Here coming at you with another video. I had a guildmate ask an interesting question. Who do you select if you have all the meta characters, and you got a selector to use? Of course, selectors, they only go up so far, and personally, as free to play, I don't have all the meta units anyway, so I'd probably consider someone like, even though he's a little late to get it, someone like a Gust. But he already had a Gust, and he wanted another breaker for the Pioneer mode. He feels that he doesn't have enough good breakers, even though he has plenty of meta units. Can be a little lacking for breakers. Obviously, you probably not care about Xavier or Leonide. Even if you have Homa, August, and I guess you would consider after that maybe using regular Raleigh. That's only 3. Now, for me, I'm using Homa, Raleigh, Iggy I got from a random pool, and well, so far I haven't really used any other breakers after that, because I only recently unlocked this skill that requires 4 breakers. I have support characters like Safi, but what if you were trying to choose between Pamina and Duvata, the 2 units that he was considering? I actually do have Pamina, which is one of the characters that I did bring. I forgot to mention that earlier, so that choice is already made for me. And Pamina is a solid character. Like, if you watch my short where I use her to basically hold off one of those green immortal units in the recent Universal Devoration, she can take a hit, counterattack, potentially heal up all the damage she took. She has a lot of skills that help with taking hits. But one thing she doesn't have is assist block or assist defense, like what Coco, Mytha, a lot of Guardians have, that let them take a hit for another unit, which would be really nice, because her alternative to that is Taunt. Taunt forces the enemy to focus on her. They will target her exclusively with a basic attack, but there's one major problem. Taunted counts as bound, so any enemy that you can taunt, you can stun, you can sleep. I think there might be one more that I'm forgetting about. So against Universal Deprivation, a lot of strong enemies actually didn't have bound immunity, but in most modes, if it's a strong unit, they have bound. So even though she has a lot of ways to deal with damage and heal herself to counterattacks, she's limited. And although we haven't gotten him yet, Senshi is unique in that he's a breaker that has assisted defense. Like, it's his reaction. Not only does it give him assisted defense, but also gives him block. And he also, has several defensive abilities. Not as strong as Pamina, but the fact that he can take a hit for someone and, put up his cooking to get in the way to block units and force them to attack it, makes him a breaker that can mitigate the threat of squishier allies. So I actually recommended Levita instead. Unfortunately, I don't have Levita, so I can't really show you here, but she actually has some synergy, because one of Senshi's normal attack causes burn or scorched, and he also has Molotov cocktail, which sets burning tiles. I forget if it's exactly like lefties. Probably not. Just similar. So, you know, if you pick, when he picked Levita, he's already getting a character that can block some, provide some defensive benefits as a breaker on those Pioneer maps that require breaker, and Levita is like the only breaker that has magical attacks. And you know, some breakers have AoEs, but they're not the sort of launch a nuke from far away, which Levita has. So if I were to pick between the two, I would have picked Levita, but you know, I got other characters to consider, like a Gust, and I'm still trying to get the first selector so I can get regular Inanna. I'm trying to decide if I'm supposed to be a dual banner for Inanna and Edda, and I already got Edda, and I have really bad luck with dual banners. So, but I got a while before I can use that first selector as free to play, so I occasionally have to buy the extra pools in the memory shop to try to get as many meta units as I can, because you know, not only are they strong, but I like to use them generally. But that's all I got to say for this video. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.